Today I'll turn my boring looking Linux Ubuntu into macOS. So before we do anything crazy, we have to run the most basic commands first, like sudo apt update, and then I'll install the extensions manager since we'll be working with that a lot. Then we need GNOME tweaks of course, and also Git. Now, to make your Linux look like macOS, a very kind person by the name of Vince Lewis has created this amazing GTK theme. As we can see, it contains all the bells and whistles of your typical macOS. But does it? Well, there's only one way to find out. Now that it's cloned, we have to switch directories into the themes folder, and then we can run the special install_sh script. I will also specify that I want the macOS Monterey theme, all the accent colors and a few more parameters on top of that. Looks like I got it wrong. This should be the correct command. And now the theme is installed. We also have to do sudo tweaks_sh. Before we apply the theme, let's also get the macOS icons, which are available on this repository right here. Once it's downloaded, we can extract it by going to the home folder and creating a icons folder. Now the icons are stored right here. We also have to install them by navigating into the icons folder and first making the script executable. Then we just type install_sh. Now that we have the theme and the icons installed, we can open the extensions manager and install the user themes extension, which will allow us to set a custom theme for the shell. Then let's open up tweaks and navigate over to the appearance tab. We can just go on and set our installed macOS themes. For now I'll go with the light theme, but we'll change it later. Let's also set the buttons to be on the left so it looks more like macOS. Then I'm going to open the extensions manager again and we'll need blur my shell. Once it's installed, we can open the customizations and adjust the Sigma grind set with this slider right here. And also the brightness. Okay, but everything looks a bit weird. We have to open up the settings and make it so that the dock is at the bottom. We also have to disable panel mode so it actually looks like a dock. In the dock currently there are a bunch of icons that don't look very macOS-y. If that's even a word. So let's switch it up a little to give it the illusion that this is macOS. But there's one more problem. The theme for some reason didn't work on the top menu panel, even though I'm assuming it should have. I tried to fix this with the dash to panel extension, but that kinda ruined the dock, so I gave up on that. So I guess it's time for some DIY. I installed the arc menu extension, which now allows me to put this Apple icon in the top menu panel. Because the real macOS has one as well. This one looks a bit stretched for some reason, but I guess no one will notice. Then I got the Just Perfection extension, which allowed me to move the date and time to the right. I think we need a bit more Sigma actually. However, another problem is that the text color on the top menu panel is extremely dark. I guess there is a way to fix it, but I was a bit impatient and just changed the entire theme to be the macOS dark theme. And now it looks good. The next thing we need is a macOS cursor set. I googled for one and clicked on the first result. It seemed fine at first, so I decided to get it. I extracted it in the icons folder and set it in the GNOME tweaks. But for some reason the cursor was very small. I tried to change the cursor size in settings, but that didn't do anything. Then I went back to the page I downloaded this set from and noticed that this has been last updated 8 years ago, so it's super old, which could explain why I can't adjust the size of the cursor. I completely ditched it and found a more recent macOS cursor pack. I again extracted it in the icons folder, enabled it in GNOME tweaks, and now it works fine. We even get the little rainbow loading circle when opening programs. Okay, but another thing we have to tackle is the default font. It's not very macOS-y. For that we can go to the SF Pro font repository and get the regular font. Now we can head to downloads, double click it and install it from here. Then let's open up GNOME tweaks, head over to fonts and replace the Ubuntu regular with SF Pro display regular. Now it looks good. We also need some macOS wallpapers. I found some on Google and first tried out this blue one. It looked a bit low resolution, so I downloaded another one. This one has snowy mountains, but I still wanted something better. And then I found my favorite macOS wallpaper. This is the same wallpaper that I have on my actual macOS all of the time. Let's head back to the extensions manager and also download the magic lamp effect. Once I install it, the programs get sucked into the dock. Very cool. At this point, it looks somewhat similar to macOS, but we also need some macOS functionality. macOS has Spotlight, which is a powerful search tool for the system, and on Linux we can get something called Albert. I tried to install Albert from the terminal, but that didn't work. So I opened up their website for some assistance and managed to find instructions on how to install it. We can press on Visit OBS Software Center, and then down here we have these commands for our exact version of Ubuntu. I pasted all of that in the terminal and now Albert should be installed. If we open open it up, we have a few confirmations for data collection. No thank you. And then I'll go ahead and set Albert's theme to this Spotlight Dark theme. I also enabled some of the plugins for some extra functionality. And once I was done, there was a problem. When I would press Ctrl Space, which is the shortcut to open Albert, it simply didn't work. At first, I was confused and tried setting the shortcut manually in the settings, but that didn't really fix the problem. I opened up Albert's documentation and it turns out that on Ubuntu Wayland, some hotkeys don't really work by default. That was easily fixable by going to the settings keyboard section, which I already attempted previously. We have to set the command as Albert toggle instead of just Albert like I did before. Now the shortcut works perfectly fine. Here we can search and open any kind of app that we want. And this is the final result. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.